Well, guess what? My subscribers asked for it, so you're gonna fucking get it. Why Fallout 4 sucks, okay? Now, before anybody gets their fucking panties in a twist, I have wasted hours upon countless hours digging through tons of shit in reviews so I can tell you why Fallout 4 sucks. You see this shit? I killed at least one park full of trees for this video. So let's go. Wait a minute. Before we get started, and depending on how long it takes this video to download, you will either be watching this video before you get the game, or you'll be watching it after you get the game, if you get the game, or you'll be watching it while you stand in line like a jackass to get the fucking game, or you'll be watching it after you stood in line like a jackass to get the fucking game. And why would you stand in a fucking line to get a video game that in a month from now is gonna be half of what the fucking price you paid for it, okay? And then those same jackasses, well, it'll be a different set of jackasses, will then stand in some sort of Black Friday line to get the game for $35 fucking dollars. So you have your jackasses that stand in line to pay full price, which is fucking amazing, because you could just walk in fucking tomorrow anywhere without getting in a fucking line to purchase it. Or you could be the jackass that actually tries not to be a jackass and wants to save a little bit of money and not pay full price, but then you're still the jackass standing in a line on Thanksgiving to get the game for $35 fucking dollars. Did you need to save 30 bucks that fucking bad? Just go somewhere and get the fucking game. Better yet, have you heard of the internet? You know, the shit you use to watch stupid fucking videos like this. You can order the game and get it for $65 sent to your house immediately on the day it fucking comes out. Better yet, they have Black Friday deals that are actually on Monday called digital fucking Monday Black Friday deals, and you order the shit the same way. And it comes to your house. You don't have to get in a car. You don't have to drive. You don't have to stand in a fucking line with a whole bunch of people you don't want to fucking deal with. You don't have to get trampled and watch people die on fucking Thanksgiving. But anyway, I digress. So here is why Fallout 4 fucking sucks. AI is just as it is in previous games. Well, that doesn't sound good. Minor issues have gotten stuck on the map, is what this guy says. Yet he gives it a score of 10. And while you're standing in a line to get your game, okay, are you one of the jackasses that went to Best Buy in the middle of the night and paid like $85 so you can get the game, a season pass, so you could get a special pair of Fallout 4 socks? Seriously? Those Fallout 4 socks are gay. And yes, I used gay in a negative manner. But here's the deal. Gay people wouldn't even wear those fucking socks. That's how gay the Fallout 4 socks are. And your ass went to Best Buy and pre-ordered it to get socks. Socks! Fallout 4 outweighs its bugs a 9. It was rather frustrating in the beginning parts of the game, yet I still give it an 8.5. Frustrating should not go with a good review. How many of you jackasses got excited over a glorified smartphone case for Fallout 4? Your little Pip-Boy or whatever the hell it's fucking called. Seriously, how many of you picked that up? Okay? And here's the deal. How many nerds are going to be jacking off with their little Pip-Boy on their wrist at the same time they're achieving climax? because you know it's going to happen. Open world issues, based buildings didn't grab me, 8.5. Slog to craft anything. Whatever the fuck a slog is. Frame rate is choppy. Freezes. Blue screen crashes. Bugs. Annoyances in weapon system. Bit of a pain in the ass. 5 out of 5 stars. Remember to pound that like button like I was pounding your mother last night. And speaking of jacking off with your Pip-Boy on your wrist, how many of you are gonna jack off in your little Fallout 4 fucking socks? Seriously? Socks? Fallout 4 socks? I like this one. We're giving this post-nuclear RPG a glowing endorsement. Performances of voice work is fine and somewhat bland. Main story isn't as gripping as side quests. That's repetitive when overused. On all platforms, we saw occasional crashes and side quests that won't properly begin or end. And bugs. Yet they gave it a 9.5 and said they were giving it a glowing endorsement. Does that really sound like a glowing endorsement? The 9.5 sure does, doesn't it? Can you speak? No, I can't speak because I'm thinking about you jacking off in your little Fallout 4 socks. Better yet, how many of you are actually just going to jack off into the sock? You are disturbed. Fallout 4 still has issues. The series is known for low-resolution textures, companion on pathfinding problems, and bugs. 5 out of 5. Remember to pound that like button like I was pounding your sister last night. I don't care what age she is. A lot to take in that never really explains much. Tutorials, minimum at best. Socks? You stood in line to get fucking socks? For a video game? Why would you want to waste time running errands for these fractions with characters and fractions who are simply incidental players in a path from point to point? Socks? Seriously? Oh, don't forget to pound that like button like I was pounding your grandmother last night. And I don't care if she's dead. Companions are back, but their combat tactics leave a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired. I know you're like, my grandmother's dead. Well, bring a shovel. In terms of preparation, Fallout 4 might not be the best looking game. You know what? Neither is your grandmother. Fallout 4 staggers out of the vault. Your grandmother staggers out of the bed when I get done with her. VATS system is extremely limited. You know what's not limited? When I pound your sister. Awkward controls, poor interface. Kinda sounds like your sister. Fallout 4 assets are struggling to stream from Xbox One HDD on cue. Doesn't sound good for the Xbox One, folks. But really, is that a fucking surprise? Oh, don't forget to pound that like button like I was pounding your father last night. The plot falls disappointingly flat. Kinda how I bent over your father when he put his Fallout 4 socks on because that's the only way he likes to have sex. He's weird like that. As far as consoles go, Fallout 4 frame rates consistently can't truly latch on to a rock-solid 30 frames per second. Your father can latch on to 30 frames per second if you know what I'm talking about. Problems come from how replies are simplified. Oh, because there's a talking system now. So you get a generic 4 replies that can be giving. Who gives a shit? Remember to pound that like button, though. Like I was pounding your mother last night. Oh, wait, we already said that, didn't we? There's multiple mothers to go around, guys. Town building minigame is fairly cumbersome and uninitiative. Uninitiative? What the hell kind of word is that? You can't even read your own writing. Unintuitive. It's unintuitive, you moron. Really? Socks? Oh, don't forget. Remember to pound that like button like I was pounding your grandfather last night. Granddaddy likes it. He's weird like that. I'll explain later. All the same old glitches we've been dealing with for years. Just like Granddaddy. Who the hell says Granddaddy? Combat is mixed bag thanks to problematic interface and controls. Your grandfather had a mixed bag too. And he likes my bags. Fallout 4 falls short almost in every respect. Ooh. That's not nice. Fallout 4, a tedious affair. Kind of like when I have sex with your mother. Fallout 4 plays almost identically to its predecessors, modeling something smart and tactical that would otherwise be a subpar first-person engine. Fuck it. Fallout 4 fans will be forced to question whether the vast amounts of unpolished content, and God knows a couple of you are going to be polishing your content right after you get this game, with no emotional investment is still enough. But you know about polishing and no emotional investment, don't you? Main narrative of Fallout 4 suffers the most. Main narrative. On top of the bugs. Power armor is now much more complicated. It now feels less special. Less special. Socks? Really? Socks? What the fuck are you gonna do? Are you gonna wear those socks in fucking public? What if you die and you have those stupid little fucking socks on when they find you? What if you sit down at work and your pants rise up and you got those stupid little socks on? Everybody will know you're the asshole that stood in a line and pre-ordered Fallout 4 for fucking socks. Hype turned into disappointment when I stumbled through poorly intimate... Damn it, read it right, guy! Implemented combat. I was writing fast. Please forgive me and at least pound the like button like I was pounding Granddaddy last night. Yes, I can't get off your Granddaddy. He can't get away. He's got a walker. Characters and monsters feel like they aren't connected to the environment. You know what was connected to the environment? Your grandfather. To my environment, if you know what I'm saying. What's wrong with that guy? He's talking about screwing my grandfather. Have you ever screwed your grandfather? Then maybe you would understand, okay? Not to mention, he looks sexy in those fucking Fallout 4 socks. Have you ever seen a naked prune or a raisin wearing fucking socks? That is how your granddaddy looks. Fallout 4 is the least surprising game. Really? Anyone who's played an open world RPG will be familiar with it. That doesn't sound like a high recommendation, does it? Remember to pound that like button. Like I was pounding your next door neighbor. And I know what you're thinking, but my next door neighbor is a cat. So, Fallout 4 on Xbox One drops to record-breaking 0 frames per fucking second, while PS4 turns the same corner at 28 frames per second. Oh, I hope you didn't stand in a fucking line to get it on Xbox One. I especially hope you didn't stand in a line to get it on Xbox One to get a pair of fucking socks. Fallout 4 doesn't live up to its own megaton moment. You know what lived up to a megaton moment? When I was pounding your mother like you were pounding that like button to this video. I forgot to hit dislike. You know what? You forgot to hit dislike. Didn't you mean you forgot to hit like? And I forgot to give a shit. Addition of the voiced main characters limits the depth of choice. Too much to be worth the payoff. That sucks. Actually, all of these suck, don't they? Fallout 4 feels like a game out of time, as though it went into isolation back in 2008 and has emerged from its underground bunker without the knowledge of many advancements that have been introduced to action RPGs. Ooh, man! Remember to pound that like button. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to click that like button. Remember to slam that like button. Please hit the like button. I need you to like me. I need you to like me and hit that like button. Please hit the like button. I'm not going to continue with the video until you hit that fucking like button. Fuck it, you probably didn't even finish the video. So we'll continue. We're already 18 minutes in. Considerably less successful base management mechanics, out of place and poorly implemented. Remember to hit the like button. Rampant instability. Some people say that about me. Right after they watch one of these videos. Just hit the like button. Fallout 4 feels like more of the same. And it's not a step forward. And it doesn't break new ground. I broke new ground on your mother. She liked it. Simply doesn't feel good. Many of the guns are awkwardly slow, and creaky. What in the hell is creaky? Who? I don't know. I don't understand that one. Creaky? He used creaky. Kind of like having sex with your grandfather. There is no good cover system. Remember to pound that like button like I was pounding your granny last night. I split her like wet pine. That's what I think of that one. Pathfinding issues and lip sync hiccups. How ironic. Fallout 4 on Xbox One has noticeable hitches simply walking around in the fucking world. Wow. Oh, remember to hit that like button. Prepare to have the same old inventory management hassles as before. Sounds fucking fantastic. Be warned, the quests offered are not as deep and entertaining as the past two games. That hurts, doesn't it? Dear God, how many more trees do you have to fucking go through? I have to pick all this shit up later. It's staying there. I'm uploading the video and I'm going to fucking bed. I'm not even picking this shit up until tomorrow. Trip over it in the morning when I'm getting dressed for work. Fallout 4 has the same poorly I cannot read for shit my own writing. Fallout 4 has the same poorly implemented combat. It could have been so much better. There, I got it out. Are you happy? Now hit the fucking like button already. Major clipping issues. How many times can I fucking read about that? Probably as many times as I can pound your mother. And let's not forget about Granny. Oh, by the way, have them come over tomorrow at the same time they did yesterday. Thanks. Fallout 4 is overrun with bugs. Raging from hilarious to damn near game breaking. And it's not raging, it's ranging. But it would be raging, wouldn't it? If you buy a $65 game that you stood in fucking line to get a fucking pair of socks, you go home, you play it, it's got bugs. And game-breaking bugs. Damn near game-breaking bugs. Fallout 4 on Xbox One suffers stuttering issues. Not the only one, huh? Halting gameplay experiences for up to a second. A whole fucking second? Are you kidding me? A second? Out fucking rageous. A second. A fucking second. You're gonna go out and stand in a midnight line and get this game and buy it on the Xbox One so that the game fucking lags up for a second? Fallout 4 textures, modeling, and character animations are pretty lacking. Lacking on a game in 2015? Seriously? You spent $65 for a game. You got your stupid little Pip-Boy to jack off with. You got your socks that you probably got on your cock. And meanwhile, the game is lacking. But you're just excited because you got a glorified fucking watch holder on your wrist and your stupid little fucking socks on. And let me tell you the other problem with Fallout 4. The game starts off in a classic backdrop of the 1950s. Guess what? There were no PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones in the 1950s. Thank you. It's 2015, dumbasses.